Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to another EFC 24/7 news report and bring you up to speed with all the latest Everton news and transfer rumours. On the 6th of Jan, 6 days into the transfer window, no business done, of course, as of yet, and I'm not expecting much to be done, to be quite fully honest, but it hasn't stopped the transfer rumours coming thick and fast. Today's headliner revolves around a name that'll be very obscure to many ears watching. But it's certainly a name that's on the rise in the world of football. He's a rising star, and that is Moises Caicedo. He's a very promising box-to-box midfielder who, at just 19, is already getting very good reviews, playing for Ecuador. He's made his debut for the Ecuador national team. Late last year, he scored his first goal in October against Uruguay in the qualifiers for the World Cup. So, he's making a good reputation for himself. Diario Extra, which is one of Ecuador's main papers, have linked us with him. Many rumours already going around that Man United are in for him, and that's obviously brought with it a lot of media coverage and speculation. But this article is focusing on the fact that we're apparently joining the race for him, along with a named MLS club, which most people are speculating on social media to be Atlanta United. As for Caicedo himself, he's still playing in Ecuador with not the biggest name at all, Independiente del Valle, probably not a name many is well associated with, but as a smaller club there, of course, trying to get as much bang for their buck with Caicedo, this could be one of their biggest paydays, or probably will be their biggest payday in their history. They'll be looking to see who tables the highest bid, and they'll be holding out for a lot of money for agreeing to sell. We'll have to wait and see what kind of fee they'll be looking for, but rest assured they'll probably be wait. They'll hold out for as much money as they possibly can. It could be a massive sum of cash for their club, so we'll have to see what they're willing to sanction and whether we're involved in those transfer deals. We'll have to wait and see. Now on to another player who was very promising a couple of years ago, but his career seems to have tailed off a little bit, and that is Leicester City's Demarai Gray. This rumour has come from Le Focien. That sounds very interesting, doesn't it? Le Focien. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce that. A Marseille fan page who have apparently leaked an unnamed Premier League scout as saying that Gray is still very highly rated among what he calls good Premier League clubs, naming Everton, Tottenham and Southampton as teams who he expects to take interest in Demarai Gray. I mean, this is a very ambiguous rumour, isn't it, coming from a Marseille fan page via a Marseille fan page from an unnamed Premier League scout. This is very anonymous. And there's not often very much in these rumours, but we'll have to wait and see. Gray is, of course, out of contract at Leicester at the end of the season. Looks like he may well be going for free, so it might be worth taking a gamble on him. It looks like they're going to let him leave without too much fanfare, but on the other side of the fence, I'm unsure as to whether we should be going in for cast-offs from a side who are rivaling us, sort of on a similar level to us, maybe slightly ahead, given they've had a few more years with a competent manager. But it's not the kind of signing that inspires much. But you never know; it could be a real bargain. So if he's going for free, you never know. We might be in for him, and it might turn out to be a good signing. Let's wait and see if he ends up coming here in the first place, of course. Next up, Zeki Celik is, of course, a right back from Lille who's been linked quite heavily, not just this window, but the last window in the summer. And Le Sport in France have claimed that we are in for the Lille fullback along with Roma. Celik is open to a move away, and Lille may consider an offer in the region of 15 million. So it's probably in our price range, but we'll have to wait and see how much is in that, because he does seem to be a name that isn't going away. But whether that means it has legs, you never know. I mean, Yarmolenko was linked every window and we still never signed him, so we'll have to wait and see on Zeki Celik front. But Roma are also involved in another big Everton rumour, as they are reportedly still after Bernard, who they were linked a lot in the summer, but we didn't sell. But Bernard has certainly fallen down the pecking order this season, and as a result, Il Tempo in Italy say that Roma are in the final sprint, what they call it, to get either Bernard or Stefan El Shaarawy to sign as a new winger. As to which one Roma go for, we're not too sure. Time will tell. But for our sake, I hope it is Bernard. If you did tune in, guys, to the live show that Terry and I did yesterday, you'll know that we were both very keen to see Bernard move on, if nothing else, for his astronomical wages. which if we shift, we could have that kind of money to reinvest in new recruits. So yeah, anyway, guys, go back and check out the live show from yesterday if you haven't seen it already. So yeah, that'll be on the channel. Definitely check that out. As for Bernard, this article says that we value him at somewhere around 15 and 20 million euros, somewhere in that sort of region. And it also suggests that any deal potentially could include a permanent deal for Robin Olsen going the other way. Of course, we brought Olsen in from Rome on loan at the start of the season, and that could be made permanent as part of any deal that sees Bernard signed for Roma. So definitely want to keep an eye on there. It looks as though there could actually be legs in that one. We'll have to wait and see. But it seems like the kind of deal that does happen in a January, which maybe makes it seem a bit more believable. On the note of Everton goalkeepers, of course, Alton could be coming in on a permanent deal. But on the other hand, Jonas Lussell came in on a free a year and a half ago and has not played 1 minute of competitive football for Everton. And with that in mind, he's apparently now in talks with David Beckham's MLS team Inter Miami, according to the Miami Herald. Lussell will certainly hope that a move to America will reignite his career. Like I say, he's yet to play a single game for Everton. And with Pickford, Olsen, and maybe even João Virginia ahead of him in the pecking order, it looks pretty bleak for him here. He's got to move on to reignite his career. So I'm sure that he will end up leaving by the end of this window. And if, you know, into Miami and a few sides, Marseille have also been linked as well. So hopefully he will be another player who will be on his way out sooner rather than later. And that's a few more, few couple, about, I reckon he's only on about 30 grand, 40 grand a week. So that's another 40k a week thereabouts off the wage bill. And that goes towards player recruiting. We've got to just keep shifting Deadwood, and Lutton certainly falls under the category of Deadwood, unfortunately. And finally tonight, another potential acquisition for David Beckham's Inter Miami could be former Everton captain Phil Neville. Of course, Neville's a good mate of Beckham from their days in Man United's class of '92. Played for United together for 11 years. Sky Sports reckon the two could reunite in Florida if Inter Miami can coax him out of his role as manager of the England women's team. Of course, Phil Neville's manager of the England women at the moment, but could he be convinced to leave that job behind to move to America? We'll have to wait and see. It'd be very interesting to see how Phil Neville gets on as a manager in men's football. Surely he can't be worse than Gary either way. But we'll see. We'll definitely keep an eye on that if it ends up being a goer. But anyway, guys, that's your lot for today. Drop us a comment on this video. Let us know your opinions on any of the rumours that have been covered. Give this video a like and subscribe for more content. We've got a 24/7 video coming out literally every day during the transfer window in January. So keep tuning in, subscribe, and get yourself notified. Ring the bell and get all those videos as they go up. And until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in on the Toffee Blues, and we'll see you later.